confirm, you're scheduled for a property viewing at Eclipse Towers in West Pinewood on Wednesday, March 19th at 1 p.m. We will shortly send you a confirmation SMS with all the details, including the address and your agent's contact info. Keep a lookout for it.
What if you had an AI assistant that never missed a call, qualified every lead, and books property viewings in your sleep? In this video, I'll be showing you exactly how this works with a live demo of this AI voice assistant booking in a property viewing in seconds. And if you're an AI agency owner, I'll be showing you exactly how to build the system step by step.
Thank you for calling Dynasty 8. This is Michael. How may I help you today?
I'm just interested in buying a property today.
Great, I can help you with that. Could I please have your name?
John.
Thank you, John. Which areas are you looking at for your property purchase?
I'm looking at West Vinewood.
And what's your budget range for the property in West Vinewood?
Anywhere from $1 million to $2 million.
Thank you, John. When are you looking to move to the property?
I'm actually not sure, but let's just say 6 months.
Thanks for sharing that, John. Let me find some properties in West Vineland that match your budget and timeline. Just a moment, please. Okay, John. We have a beautiful penthouse suite in the Eclipse Towers in West Vinewood that fits your budget and time frame. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom unit with a private rooftop pool, a smart home system, and secure underground parking. It also offers panoramic city views and is within walking distance of Vinewood hotspots. Would you like to know more about it?
No, it sounds great, but is it possible if I could schedule a viewing?
Absolutely, John. Let's get that viewing scheduled. Could you please let me know your preferred date and time?
Tomorrow at
viewing?
1 p.m.
Just a sec. To confirm, you're scheduled for a property viewing at Eclipse Towers in West Pinewood on Wednesday, March 19th at 1 p.m. We will shortly send you a confirmation SMS with all the details, including the address and your agent's contact info. Keep a lookout for it. Is there anything else you'd like to know about the property you're viewing?
No, thank you so much. And the best part about that whole call is that everything I said on the call was saved onto a Google Sheet. My name, my phone number, my interest, where I was looking, even the cost of the call. So this system is extremely powerful for any market, including the real estate market. So let's break down what the solution does and why it's so powerful for real estate agents. First, it answers every single call 24/7, 365 days a year, essentially meaning that you'll never miss a lead, whether it's 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. Secondly, this assistant asks the right questions, meaning you only deal with serious and qualified leads. It determines if the callers are buying, renting, or selling, where they're looking into, what's their budget, and when they are moving. You get all of that data without lifting a single finger. And once the call has been cleared as qualified, the AI assistant books them into a property viewing immediately. It does this by checking your calendar availability, so there's no back and forth emails or double booking sessions. And the best part about it is that this booking is completed in seconds. The next thing that the system does is sends a confirmation SMS including all the important information about the property viewing. Additionally, this assistant can also answer any question relating to the property in question. The client is wondering about pet care, pool services, or any local attractions, the AI assistant will be able to answer them effortlessly. And the most powerful part about this system is that every caller is pushed into your CRM of choice. You can literally see the data flow in real time, giving you a full pipeline of qualified leads. So here's why this AI assistant is a game changer. It's a fact that most agents lose deals because they don't answer fast enough. Clients today expect instant responses. An AI voice assistant like this means you'll be the first to respond, the first to qualify, and first to book the viewing, giving you a huge competitive advantage. So now that you understand the benefit of this whole system and the efficiencies that come along with it, I'm going to teach you exactly how you can build one for yourself. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is head over to VAPI, and this is the platform that we're going to use to create all these voice assistants. So you're just gonna open dashboard at the top right here, and you'll just be logged in. So this is the VAPI create an assistant page. This will allow you to create assistants for different use cases. And I'm just going to go through this Elliott real estate one quickly. And this is the one that you heard in the demo. It's able to book different meetings and also qualify leads live on the call. So we're going to go through how to create this one step by step from scratch, but I'm just going to show you exactly what we're looking at. So we've got this first message prompt. So this is the first thing that the voice assistant says to the caller who's on the call. And we've also got the system prompt. You can think of the system prompt as like almost the instructions or like the brain behind the assistant. And we've got different things like the provider. So this is like the LLM that's being used. We're using OpenAI here, but you can use so many different LLMs from Anthropic, Google, Perplexity, and just so many different choices there. And the model, you've got different options. You've got GPT 4.0. You've also got GPT 3.0, just the different types of GPTs. And for this case, we'll be using GPT 4.0. And you can also attach files. So that's how it was able to dynamically assess which property was best for me based on information that I said on the call. And this file includes like different things about the real estate agency and property listings that you might have. So it's very dynamic like that, so it can think for itself using documents that you provided. So the temperature essentially is how much you allow the AI assistant to deviate from the system prompt here. And I recommend quite low values, because if you have it too high, the system becomes erratic and just unpredictable. And the max tokens is basically like the length of the speech for the assistant. So at higher tokens, the assistant will start to like ramble and just go off topic. So that's why we keep it anywhere between 200 and 300 tokens, so that the conversation is short and not over exaggerated. The transcriber is basically what converts the words that were said into text that can be used by the LLMs and just for processing. And the voice is literally the voice of the assistant. You can choose different voice configurations. You have VAPI ones here, 11 Labs, and just a whole host of other voice providers. So for this case, we use VAPI. I chose the voice Elliott because it sounds most like a person. And but you can choose a whole host of different ones. You can go to 11 Labs and you can link your 11 Labs account and create your own voice. You can model it off your voice. And there's just so many options for the different voice providers, but I'm just going to stick with Elliott. And the functions. So basically the functions are tools that allow the assistant to do things outside of VAPI. So that's how it is basically able to create a property viewing in the Google Calendar. So yeah, that's what tools are for. They just basically allow your assistant to do real life tasks, and they just really make the assistant so much more powerful. So you've just also got some advanced settings here. This basically explains to the assistant how it should react to silences, how it should interrupt the user, or how it should behave if the user interrupts it. So this is just different settings which we'll go through in length when I actually start building out the voice assistant. And that's just a bunch of like small things that we need to change so it can really be a realistic experience for the caller. So the analysis is basically going to be the end of call report. So that's how we're able to see the caller information, like their phone number, their name, where they're interested in looking, and put that onto a CRM like Airtable or Google Sheets. So you can even create a summary prompt where you can say, summarize this call in a specific way that you're looking for. You've also got the success evaluation, so you can determine if the call was successful or if it was not up to standard. And then you can use all of this information to make your voice assistant so much better after each iteration or each caller. So I think that's very powerful about the VAPI right here. So this structured data part gives the whole transcript of the call to an AI that can basically extract pieces of information from the transcript. So you can extract anything that you'd really like the name, the budget, the intent, and the timeline, and that will show up on the end of call report. So now that you understand the workings behind VAPI, let's go into creating a new assistant. So to create a new assistant, you're just gonna click Create Assistant right here, and you can go from a blank template, or you can use the quick start templates that they've already provided you with. So for this example, you're just going to use the appointment scheduler. You're going to create that assistant. So it just creates a whole new assistant. So one thing that's important is you want to attach a phone number to each assistant. So we're going to go to phone numbers here on the left hand panel, and we're going to create a phone number. You can create a phone number with Twilio, Vonage AI, or Telenex. For this case, I'm going to show you how to connect Vonage to VAPI and create a number like that. So you're going to click Vonage right here, and then we're going to head over to Vonage.com. So this is the Vonage.com website, and what we want to do is use the Vonage Communications APIs. So we're going to say try it for free, and you're just going to log in to your account, and we're going to go from there. So this is the Vonage APIs dashboard. So what we're going to do is create a number which will allow the voice agents to be phoned, and also allow that number to send SMSs to the caller for the confirmations and everything like that. So what we want to do here is we're going to scroll down, and on the left hand panel we're going to go to numbers, and you're going to say by numbers. So you can select any country that you'd like. I'm in South Africa, so I selected South Africa, and I recommend buying a number from the country that your voice agent will be expecting calls from. But if you're from America or from England or anywhere in the world, I suggest you buy that number. So now that you understand that, let's just say I want to buy a number from the US. I'll scroll down to the United States right there, search the number, and cool, this one shows up. Let's say I want it, you can just click buy, and it will show up here under your numbers right here. So once you bought your number from any of these platforms listed here, you're just going to paste that number right into this field right here. You can give it a name, call it whatever you want, and then it's going to import that number, and it'll show up in the phone numbers section right here. So once you've connected your number, you're going to have a whole new panel over here, and you're going to click the assistant that you want to connect the number to. So you can connect it to any of the assistants that you create, but you can only use one number for one assistant. So you can't have the same number for multiple assistants. So yeah, so that's how you connect your number to your assistant. So let's head back over to the assistant. I'm just going to delete everything here, system prompt and the first message. So for the first message, you're just going to say something about the company, and just give the AI assistant a name, and just say, hey, this is Michael, hey, this is whoever you want to name it. So I just pasted in this simple first message saying, thank you for calling Dynasty 8. This is Michael. How may I help you today? And that's the first thing that the assistant will say. And so for the system prompt, there's a bit of rules that you need to follow so you can get the outcome that you want. You're going to have the role, its tasks, some bit of instructions like the call flow, and some general guidelines for the assistant. And these guidelines are very important, so the assistant behaves in the exact way that you're wanting the assistant to behave. For the system prompt, I'm going to give you the one that I've used to create Elliot, the one that was in the demo. And it's basically going to be a blank template which you can fill out with your company information or the company information of the client that you're servicing or creating this voice assistant for. So I'm just going to start with a role. I'm going to go through it piece by piece, so just explaining what that part does. So the role is basically telling the assistant who it is, and it's a little bit of its functions. So it explains, you're Michael, a professional yet approachable AI assistant for Dynasty 8. Your role is to answer inbound calls, qualify leads, schedule property viewings, and provide relevant property information in a friendly, human-like manner. And it's just basically summarizing what it does. You operate 24/7, ensuring no lead is ever missed and callers feel valued and supported. You speak in a natural, conversational tone with warmth and clarity, making interaction seamless and efficient. That's quite simple. It's telling it who it is and its functions. So the next part of the system prompt that we're going to put in is the tasks part. So the task part of the system prompt basically gives the AI assistant an agenda for the call and what it needs to accomplish on the call. So essentially like capturing lead data, answer inbound calls politely, qualify leads, and anything like that. You'd put in the tasks section of the system prompt. So the next part of this task section that we're going to set up is this a subsection. It's going to be the call flow. This basically gives the AI assistant a guideline of where to follow and where this call should go. So it does not just start speaking random things and stuff that's just not relevant to the call. So I'm just going to paste it in and walk you through it step by step. So the next thing that we do is get the AI assistant to listen to the caller's needs. That's because the caller could be calling for multiple different reasons. For example, they could be calling about a specific property, just wanting to find a bit more information about that property. They could be calling to schedule a property viewing. There's many different reasons why a caller would call this number. So that's why we're telling the AI assistant to listen first before it says anything else. So the next part is the lead qualification part, and this is just a couple of questions that the AI assistant asks the client so that we can even populate this information into a CRM. So the next part that we ask the AI assistant to do is just go through a simple lead qualification so that we only get good leads and we don't get leads that won't convert. So just ask a couple of questions like, could I please have your name, your budget, and just other questions that you might need from the client, and it understands that all. So the next part is property recommendations. So if a client calls the number and they've expressed that they don't know exactly what they're looking for, or they don't have a specific mind in place, this step will be triggered. So it's going to search the document, which I'll show you how to create, on listings that match the answers based on these lead qualification questions or any of the follow-up questions that the AI assistant asks the user, so they can get an accurate recommendation for the user. So then from that, it's going to recommend 1 to 2 suitable properties that are in the knowledge base, and I'm going to show you how to connect a knowledge base to your assistant. So to create a document that the AI can refer to during the call, you're just going to go to the Files tab right here on the left, and you can choose any file. It can be a PDF or text document, but in that document you must have specific information relating to your listings or anything important the AI assistant might need to refer to on the call. So you can just create a file. For this example, I'm just going to use this Dynasty document. I'll show you exactly what's in it. So in this document, I've just got some important information about Dynasty 8 real estate. It's got an About section. It's got some reasons why Dynasty 8 is a desirable real estate agency. And it's just got some available properties and some basic information. Like for example, this Eclipse Towers penthouse suite. It's got the location, price, features, and different highlights that the AI assistant can refer to on the call. So for example, in the demo, it referred to panoramic city views, and it gave me the exact price and the exact bedrooms and bathrooms that are in this apartment. So you can fill this document with anything that you'd really like, or that you would like the AI assistant to refer to on the call. And then you just join that document to the file section and just create that. It's going to upload, and then you've got a whole new document that you can use. So to connect it to the assistant, you head back over to Assistants, and you head to the side here and you go to Files, and you say Select Files, and you select one of the files that you just uploaded. And for the scheduling property part, we're going to have to use tools, and one of those tools is going to require make.com. So this will allow us to check the availability of the calendar and book a client in for a specific date if they want to view a house, keeping in mind the availability of the real estate agent. To do that, we're going to have to create tools, and I'm going to walk you through exactly what you need to do, and I'll even give you the make.com blueprint so you can just copy and paste it into make.com, and it'll all work out of the box, but you just got to fill out a few things. So to create the tools that will be used by Assistant, you want to head over to make.com. So make.com is a platform will basically make our AI assistant so much more powerful. This platform will allow us to connect our assistant to different like CRM, like Airtable and Google Sheets. It will also allow our assistant to send SMS confirmations about the viewings, and also book our caller into a calendar of choice. So you're just going to get started for free if you don't have an account, or you can just log in if you do. I'm just going to log in. So this is what your dashboard will look like. We're just going to create a new scenario. We're just going to click Create New Scenario. So you're going to import the blueprint, which I'll be providing you in the description down below. And to do that, you're just going to click on these 3 dots, and you say Import Blueprint, and then you're going to select the file that you'll download from the description. So there are a couple of things that we're going to need to configure so that the scenario actually works. So the first being creating a webhook. So you're going to click on this webhook module right here, and you're going to click Add a webhook. So you can name it whatever. I'm just going to name it Test 5, for example, and I'm going to click Save. So you're going to copy this address to your clipboard, and you're going to head over back to VAPI. So then on VAPI, you're going to go to the tools on the left here, and you want to create a new tool, and you're going to go function. So with that address you copied, you're going to scroll down to server settings, and you're going to paste it right here. And just going to click save right there. So now with that pasted there, let's just give the tool a name. I'm just going to name it test tool, but you can name it whatever. Click save right here. So we're just going to give this tool a description. This will be used by the AI assistant to understand when to use this tool. So I'm just going to paste one in here. This tool checks the availability for property viewing and books the viewing if available, offers an alternative times if unavailable. So we're going to click save. The parameters. These are fields that will be sent from the live call to the make.com scenario. And we're going to want specific information, of course, like the client's name, the interested property, and when they would actually like to book a property viewing. So we're just going to click add properties right here. First property we want is the name of the caller. So we'll say name, this is the caller's name, and we click required. So we're going to add another property, and the next piece of information that we want is the booking time. So we can just say booking time, and we can just give this property a description saying the date and time that the client would like to schedule a booking. So we can just apply that there. And for the third and final, actually just make it required. Click required, click apply. And for the final piece of information that we want to send over to make.com, it will be the interested property from the user. So you can click add property right there. I'll say interested property, just remove the space there, underscore. And just going to give this a description. You can just say the property which the caller is interested in. Apply. And also let's just make this required as well. That's when I click save. Whilst I was recording, I just forgot to mention something very important. With your VAPI properties in your tools section, these parameters right here, these variables need to be exactly as the ones I have here. So you need to go back and change your tool parameter names to these ones exactly. Otherwise your scenario will not be working, and you'll end up with a scenario that just does not do what you need to do. Because there's a specific format that this webhook receives from VAPI, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. So as you can see, it returns the arguments date underscore and underscore time, and that's exactly as we have it here. So just go back to your VAPI tools and change the parameters to these ones exactly. So we head over back to make.com, and that is what we need to do. Click save. So the next part of this scenario is the daytime formatting. There's a specific format that is expected by this Google Calendar API. So the requested time from the user needs to be converted into ISO, and to do that we're just going to use ChatGPT. So this ChatGPT module will do that for us. And you want to create your own connection. So to connect your OpenAI account to make.com, just going to click add right here. And you're going to give the connection a name, and you're going to grab your API key and paste it here. So in the description, I'll link a video to show you how to get your API key from OpenAI. So once you've connected your account, this is what it will look like. So there's one thing that you want to change in this module right here. Just going to head down to your time zone. So in this last bracket here, I'm just going to use the time zone that you're currently in. So for me, it would be Africa, and then / Johannesburg. So once you've changed that, just want to click save. So next module here is the Google Calendar account, and to connect your account from Google Calendar to Make, just going to click this add button here, and you're just going to sign in with Google, and that's all you need to do to connect your account. So it's something that you guys need to configure in this Google Calendar module. So for example, say your meeting is 45 minutes, this number right here would need to be changed to 45. Say it's 15, you can change it to 15, or say it's an hour, you can change it to 60 minutes. So this will basically determine the length of the meeting created, whether it's 15 minutes, 60 minutes, or anything like that. So you can just click save. So just to explain the next part of this, we've got an available and not available part of the scenario. So this available part will only happen when this array that's going to be produced by this module has nothing in it. So if there's 0 busy times, it'll go down this available path. But if there is, it'll go down this not available path. So just create an event, and there's a few things that you need to change in this module. So you want to scroll down to duration. You will change this to any duration which your meeting is. So I've got mine as an hour, but it could be 45 minutes, 15. You just need to change this. For example, if it was 45 minutes, would make this 0 and would make this 15. I'm just going to cancel because I'm not saving that. And then you can also give the meeting a description like new VAPI booking created or anything that you would like. And you can change anything here to make it suit your needs. And this webhook response goes back to our VAPI caller, and it basically says the meeting's been booked. So the next part that I'm going to explain here is going to be relating to the SMS confirmation. The OpenAI step will basically create a personalized confirmation message with all the information that was gathered on the call. We're going to want to change this right here. Let me highlight it. You want to change that to your real estate agency. The next thing I want to do is change the realtor contact information. So you're going to scroll down to important notes right here. You're going to change this to the realtor's name, and also change that number to your realtor's number. And you're also going to do the same down here. Click save. So to actually send the confirmation SMS, we're going to have to connect Vonage to make.com. And it's quite a complicated process, so I'm going to walk you through how to set this up for yourself. So you're going to click add right here. So you can head over to Vonage API dashboard. So on the Vonage API dashboard, you got your API key right here and also your API secret. So you're going to copy both the key and the secret into the corresponding fields on make.com. So you'll paste the API key here, and then you'll paste your own API secret key. It's secret because you shouldn't show anyone, that's why I'm not going to show you. And you're going to paste it right here in the API secret. And for the application ID and private key, you need to do something special. So we're going to head over back to Vonage APIs, and we're going to scroll down to build and manage, and we're going to go to applications. So we're going to create a new application over here, and let's just say we're going to give it a name. We'll name it make.com. So we're going to want to generate a public and private key. So just going to click right here. Just going to click yes. So it's going to prompt you to download something. You need to keep this in a safe place. So I'm just going to put it on my desktop. I'm just going to name it private. Let's just name it private 1. So I know where it is. I'm going to click save. So once you've downloaded that, we're just going to generate new application. And we're going to copy this application ID right here. And we're going to paste it right here. And for the private key, you're going to extract it. And to do that, just click extract and choose that same file that you just downloaded. So for me, I put it on my desktop, private key 1, and you're going to open it. It's going to extract it here, and that's all you need to do to connect your make.com account. And with the application ID that you copied from Vonage, the private key, yours will be here, and the API key and API secret, you can just click save and it will connect it to your make.com. So, but there's one more thing that we need to do on the Vonage side. And right here, you just need to link a number that you bought, and you'll say link right here. So with your Vonage account connected, everything should be working smoothly now. So that's if the meeting is available and it's been booked. Now let's go down the path that explains what happens if the meeting is unavailable and it's not able to be booked. So this tools variable basically gets the day that the user is referring to, and we'll go into this Google Calendar to check that day and the next day after. So that's why we add 24 hours. So for example, if the user requested the 19th of January, this will check the 19th of January to the 20th of January, and it will see if there are any available times from that day. So we're going to transform that to JSON so we can convert the UTC to your specific time zone using a ChatGPT step. So I'm going to show you what you need to change in this ChatGPT step to do that. So you're going to go to the message 1, and from UTC to your time zone. So for me, South African Standard Time, and you just change this part right here. You click save down there once you're done. So once the time has been converted, this ChatGPT step will find times similar to the ones requested by the user in their first request, and it will output those times. And this ChatGPT step right here will take the output of the previous one, which are the alternate times, and will send a curated message to the user. And to do that, we're going to use a webhook response, and this response will basically go back to the AI assistant with the message from the previous ChatGPT step. And also, I forgot, there's just one more thing that you need to change in this find alternative times ChatGPT step. You'd also just need to change this part, the format date, to your time zone. So you have your continent and then your city. So it even gives you an example here, Europe, Prague. So that's what you need to do. Click save once you've done that. So let's head over back to VAPI, so we can set up the CRM connection from the end of core report. So now that we've made the make scenario and connected it to the tool, you can actually connect that tool by going to functions, select tools, and click the tool that you just made. And there's one last thing that we need to do to make this tool work. So we just need to go to advanced quickly, scroll down here, and in the server messages you want to add tool calls, and function calls should be enabled. Just make sure that's enabled under client messages. So you're going to publish that quickly, just basically saves it, and we head over back to the system prompt, and I'll keep explaining the system prompt and how it works. So I guess the preferred date and time, and it runs the function call, so it runs the property viewing booking function, or whatever you named your function to be. The voice assistant must start using that. Instructs the AI assistant how to interpret the information it gets back from that function call. And once that is done, it sends a message confirmation saying, just letting the user know that they should receive an SMS quite shortly with important details. It's also able to handle FAQs, so if the user has anything else that they want to ask about that specific property. So example, say they booked a viewing for Eclipse properties, and they ask another follow-up question for Eclipse properties, it'll be able to answer those questions. And then it just confirms everything and wraps up the call. And now I'm just going to paste in the rest of the system prompt and just briefly walk through it. So you just provide the voice assistant with some other key criteria to keep in mind when it's just formulating its responses. So you've got like speech characteristics. This basically allows the voice assistant to sound a bit more human, just adding things like ums and us, just so it can sound more human. Just got some confirmation wrap-up messages that it can use if it wants to close the call, and just give it some response guidelines and some call management functions, and just give it some business context. So if you want to copy this prompt, you're just going to have to fill this out yourself, and some just example guardrails for scheduling and confirmation, and just some general guardrails like just confirming names, dates and times explicitly, and just advanced instructions. So just remember caller details during the conversation. So example, if I say my name is John in the beginning of the call, it'll remember my name is John and just refer to me as John from now on. I've also just got some advanced instructions and some last points, just to make sure that the voice assistant works exactly as wanted. So to get the important information from the call, like the user's name, number, cost of the call, and other important information like budget and stuff like that, we need to go to this advanced section, scroll all the way down to server messages, and we want to remove everything except function call, end of call report, and function call. I'm going to keep those two messages there as the server. Just going to click save right here. I'm going to head over to analysis, and for success evaluation rubric, we're just going to have a descriptive scale. So I'll basically say if the call was successful in a particular way. For the last part, that will basically allow us to get the important information from the call. We're going to come down to structured data under analysis, and we can basically determine what pieces of the transcript we want to be sent over to make.com. So to do that, we're just going to go add property down here, and we can add different fields like name, and we mark that as required because that's very important to have the client's name, and other properties like budget, location, timeline. Anything that was imported from the call can be sent over to make.com under this properties structure. So I'm just going to fill this out quickly, and I'll just show you all the fields which I have filled out. So here are all the fields that you would need to fill out. So we've got the name, budget, intent, location, timeline, appointment date and time, interested property address with a description like the user's budget, what the user's intent is, e.g. buying, selling, renting, and you can either mark them as required, so it doesn't have to have, so the voice assistant doesn't have to have these, but if you mark them as required, the voice assistant will ask through all of them. And the only thing I've marked as required is a name, because that's just quite important for any follow-up messages and CRM purposes. So once you have that structured data field set up, we're going to come over to advanced right here. I'm going to scroll down to messaging and the server URL. So this will basically be make.com. I'll show you how to create that, and this will send the end of call report over to make.com. So let's head back to make.com. So in make.com, what we're going to do here is just create a new scenario at the top right. So once again, I've just linked the blueprint that you need for the CRM configuration and end of call reports. So you're going to download that, and you're just going to import the blueprint, choose a file, and just open it and click save. So we've got the webhook right here, and you want to add a new hook. I'm just going to name it anything. I'm just going to name it CRM_test. And click save like that. And I'm just going to copy this address to our clipboard, head back to VAPI, and I'm just going to paste it under advanced, scroll down to messaging, and we're going to paste it in the server URL right here. And just going to click publish so it saves. So before we touch into this Google Sheets right here, in the description down below, I'm just going to have a copy of this exact Google Sheet for you to download. So just make sure you have that downloaded, because this make scenario refers to that exact Google Sheet. And if you don't use that one, this whole scenario won't work correctly, and you'd have to create your own. It's quite simple, so it's not the whole train smash, but if you don't want to do that, you just need to download the template that's in the description down below. So yeah, just make sure you download that so everything works perfectly. So we can head back on to Make over here, click on this Google Sheets, just connect your Google account, and then everything else should work from there, and click save. So with that Google Sheet set up, your voice assistant is working as expected now. So we can head over to VAPI and just test to see if everything's working correctly. So head over to VAPI and just say click talk with assistant here.
Thank you for calling Dynasty 8. This is Michael. How may I help you today?
Hi Michael, is it possible if I can be looking into buying a property?
Of course, I'd be happy to help you with that. Could I please have your name?
My name is Dwight.
Thank you, Dwight. Are you interested in buying, selling, or renting a property?
I'm interested in buying a property.
Great. Which areas are you looking at for your new property?
I'm actually not sure. I'm just looking to buy a property.
No problem, Dwight. I can help you with that. What's your budget range for the property?
Let's say above $5 million.
Got it. And when are you looking to move into the new property?
In the next 2 months.
All right, Dwight. I'll look for properties within your budget and time frame. Just a moment while I check our listings. I'll find some options for you. Please hold on for a moment. Okay, Dwight, based on your budget and timeline, I'd recommend looking at the Richmond Mansion or the Vespucci Canals Modern House. Both are within your budget and offer great features. Would you like to know more about either of those properties?
No, I'm good. Thank you. So we tested that, and let's just go to the post-call CRM. My name is there. The phone number is not there because I called it using web chat. We didn't give a location because remember I wasn't sure about the location. So obviously the name of property is not going to be there. We've got the budget, which is $5 million. We've got the timeline in the next 2 months. And this call summary is just quite powerful because it allows you to have seamless follow-up because you know exactly how to set on the call, and you can just pick up where the AI voice assistant left off and potentially even close this client. So with that, the CRM is set up. Also the confirmation messages as well as the property viewing bookings has been all set up. So with that, the voice assistant is fully done now, and you can start using this voice assistant to answer calls 24/7 and engage your leads. So if you want to skip the learning curve and have me build this for your business, I'm actually offering a free AI discovery call. We'll talk through your specific business and your business needs. I'll show you exactly how I'll implement a fully customized AI voice assistant in your specific business. If you've made it this far, you now have the blueprint to build your own AI voice assistant that handles leads, books viewing, and works 24/7. And this is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to AI voice assistants. I'm working on a video right now where I'll show you how to build an outbound AI voice assistant that's able to do cold calling and lead generation completely on autopilot. And I've got more AI automation videos lined up for you, which I'll be dropping every single week, all designed to help you scale and automate your business. If you've got any questions or want me to cover a specific topic, drop a comment down below. And remember, AI is not the future. It's already happening right now. Are you in the game or are you watching from the sidelines?